All right, hello again, everybody. My name is Zach Moore. I'm a student here at the College of Golf at Kaiser University. And if you recall, the last video I did was on the chip shot, right? The low flying, long running shot. Today is going to be the pitch. It's going to be the higher, softer flying, shorter rolling out, shorter landing kind of shot. The difference between the two could just be a matter of if you have to carry a bunker or you have to get over a hazard of some kind, right? You need to carry the ball. There is not the option to play the low running, safer chip shot. So how do we achieve this, right? Let's talk about the club mechanics real quick, what the club and the ball are doing. Now, as always, we are looking for centerness of contact on the club face, right? I want to be right in the middle of that club face. In this setup, just like the chip shot, I'm going to get a little open to the target. I'm definitely narrowing the stance. You can see ball position is slightly forward. I'm not going to grip down on the handle as much as the chip. That's a preference thing for me. I know a lot of players who do grip down on the club. And then when I make the swing here, all I'm trying to do is kind of hinge it back and hinge it through. You know, the club head is traveling almost the same distance back and through. And one thing that I'd like to note too, and I'll show you a good depiction here too, it's important to use the bounce of the club. Bounce is very important in determining what shot to play during conditions. So here I have a little drawing of the chip versus the pitch. The chip shot going short, running long. The pitch shot going long, running short. So how do we know if we're good at it, right? How do we assess ourselves? How do we assess the skill? The assessment is very easy. Right in front of me I have clubs. You can use alignment sticks, you can use cones, you can use whatever kind of markers you want. Mine are 24 feet, 30 feet, and 36 feet. And this is just a simple ladder drill. The first ball I'm going to try and land in between the first two sticks, the second in between the second two, and then the last one I'm going to try and land as close to the flag as I can. Now, the goal here is not to make the pitch shots. The goal is to land it into your target zone, right? You can obviously see where the ball is going after, but a real quick assessment, I'll just hit 3 for the time being. So I got 1 on my first target, and I'd like it to be a little higher too. That's a little low for a pitch, right? So maybe I'll move it up even a little further in my stance. I'll really use the bounce of the club. Much better, right? I really get that crisp contact when I'm coming through and using the bounce on the wedge, right? And then past all 3 of them, and a little hot, but not the worst shot of all time. I would recommend assessing yourself doing 10 shots per distance, and 7 out of 10 would put you in the proficient category, right? Find something else in your game and work on that. If you're below 7, you know, the first one and the last one I wasn't too happy with. If I wasn't too happy with it, I would probably just take this drill and practice. I would maybe get 10 balls and I would try and hit 10 shots much better, much softer like that, right? If I can hit 10 good shots like that, call it good. Now, drilling purposes, right? Obviously the assessment can be used as a drill. If we're really struggling with directional control, I'm going to recommend the left arm only or the lead arm only for you left-handed players out there drill. Now, this one is tough, right? We're just going to put our right hand in our pocket. We're going to set up all the same, you know, get a good firm handle on the club. And again, we're just looking for directional control. As long as we're getting the club face square, I'm not so worried about how much pop, how much lift is on this pitch. It's more of controlling the direction, nice and straight. For better distance control, I would recommend doing it the opposite way. I would go the right hand in the pocket, and it's going to feel a little bit more of a throwing action. There's some more ability to control the club face and the head because we're so far down on the handle with our right hand. But it would look something like this, right? So maybe after seeing that one, I work on the directional control a little bit. But I hope you guys learned something about the pitch shot today. I hope you learned how to assess your skill, to do a couple drills and get better. And I hope it saved you some strokes.